On to the next part of our meeting, and that will be my responsibility as co-chair for the Law and Activism Committee, and that is to share an open letter, the first open letter to the WHO on its proposed pandemic treaty. I will be reading out this particular treaty to our partners and the public from around the world, and here we go. First open letter on the WHO's planned pandemic treaty, #Stop the Treaty, issued by the World Council for Health. And of course, I must mention with incredible, very hard work from the Law and Activism Committee. It is addressed to people throughout the world, governments, politicians, and independent media. The letter is also addressed to the WHO via Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, and the WHO's funders. The World Council for Health is a coalition of scientists, doctors, lawyers, and civil society organizations opposing the WHO's moves to implement a power grab in the form of a global pandemic agreement while the world's attention is diverted by the latest crisis. The proposed WHO agreement is unnecessary and a threat to sovereignty and inalienable rights. It increases the WHO's suffocating power to declare unjustified pandemics, impose lockdowns, and enforce treatments against the will of the people. World Council for Health believes that the people have a right to participate in any agreement that is going to affect their lives, livelihoods, and well-being. However, the WHO has not engaged in a process of public participation, which is evidence that its priority is capturing more power for itself and its corporate accomplices than serving the interests of the people. Without an unbiased democratic process, any agreement coming out of this planned pandemic treaty will be illegitimate and invalid. The WHO leadership has failed the people historically when, amongst other examples, it approved the injurious H1N1 or swine flu vaccine for a controversial pandemic. Equally, it failed during the COVID-19 chapter as it suppressed early prevention treatments and recommended interventions that have proven to be neither safe nor effective and in fact have proven to be quite dangerous. The WHO cannot be allowed to control the world health agenda. While it receives funding from public sources, it is caught in a perpetual conflict of interest because it also receives substantial funding from private interests that use their contributions to influence and profit from WHO decisions and mandates. For example, the Gates Foundation and the Gates-funded Gavi Vaccine Promotion Alliance contribute over $1 billion a year to the WHO. World Council for Health partners from Australia to Zimbabwe stand against this costly abuse of power and assert the sovereign right of people to make their own decisions on this matter over and above what their representatives may decide. We urge everyone to approach credible government representatives, political parties, trade unions, civil society groups, professionals, public figures, and independent media to do the following. A, raise awareness about the implications of the proposed global pandemic agreement. B, call for national campaigns that protect natural law and democratic constitutions. C, join credible civil society organizations such as the World Council for Health. We also encourage everyone to learn more about various principles, accords, conventions, and treaties that protect the rights of men, women, and children. These include the Syracuse Principles found in the International Covenant on Civil and up to the WHO's 77th rights, which provide legal standards to protect those rights. Leading up to the WHO's 77th and other resources related to the WHO's pandemic treaty, and more importantly, the World Council for Health's campaign to bring the world together for a better way. If you or your organization want to support the World Council for Health in this campaign and project, you can connect via email info@worldcouncilforhealth.org. You can become a partner via your organization via the website, of course, worldcouncilforhealth.org. And you can donate contributions via worldcouncilforhealth.org. Able to follow links to a town hall that we hosted in November last year and other resources related to the WHO's pandemic treaty, and more importantly, the World Council for Health's campaign to bring the world together for a better way. If you or your organization want to support the World Council for Health in this campaign and project, you can connect via email info@worldcouncilforhealth.org. You can become a partner via your organization, via the website, of course, worldcouncilforhealth.org. And you can donate contributions via worldcouncilforhealth.org/donate. There is a better way, and we are creating it together for a healthy, inclusive, and harmonious world. That, friends, partners, and allies from around the world, is the first open letter to the WHO and its funders. But more importantly, it is addressed to the people of the world. And so we ask for you to support the World Council for Health in our campaign